Forgot to turn this bad boy on. Forgot to turn it on. My bad. What is up, Blue Crew? How's it going, Green Giants? And welcome, Ledger Citizens and Deep Red Alliance to another Deep Reds episode. Sorry for the technical difficulties jumping on in, but it was in the first couple of minutes or so. Didn't miss much, just the usual intro. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I appreciate the best community jumping on in here. I smoke good. I was just saying, I called it is smoke good right away, but I was like, oh, I smoke good. I'm sure you do, my man. What's up? How you doing? Mix in the house, guys. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Helps build momentum. Thanks for being active in the chat, letting people know it's okay. We got an amazing community here. Good times and good vibes as always. Tim Shea in the house. Much love to you. How are you doing? Need vocals? Appreciate that, Mix. I forgot to turn on the mic. Of course I did. Let me know how the vocal is now, or the audio and everything here. Maybe I place it on. There we go. That's probably better. Great day, G. It's a great day. It's a great day. Didn't get to see cryptos that were up in the past 24 hours. I should have done that. But we got some cryptos that definitely looking like some good deep reds. I mean, you got, just to name a few right off the top here, you got XX at like a penny, right? You got Omniflix, dabbling between 0.009 and a penny. But we got some deep reds to go over with you. We got about a top 8. We got a little Easter egg one, a new crypto that we'll talk to you guys about as well. But yeah, appreciate everybody jumping on in. How's everybody doing? Crypto still going sideways. Some momentum's going for some other crypto, some is not. We're not in a bull cycle just yet. Maybe we're building up towards it. But hey, we got some deep red opportunities with others, and some of them are bubbling up. Right, we got XPNet in the past 24 hours making a nice little move, going from the 0004 range to the 0005 range. Maybe we see that momentum continuing to build. XPX trying to hold the line from being completely dead for the project, right? Sirius Chain as well. We got one on this list right here. How about we start off with Kin, right? Kin at 50134, trying to hold that, that 5 zeros range. It doesn't want to go to 6 zeros. Who knows if the community is like selling off to this point, but so far it's looking like it may be, just like holding that line at the 5 zeros, 1 range. $13 gets you a million Kin. Holy cow. $13 gets you a million Kin. And it could be a dead project, you guys. There's not much activity on its X. We don't know what the future of Kin brings, but what we do know is that it's out there, it's fully decentralized, right? Finite amount, right? There will only ever be this amount of Kin, and you could still do with Kin what you like. You could still send it in terms of payments or transactions to another person, right? Interested to see if the community, if there's going to be like a wild card in the community. Yeah, finite, right? Not infinite. A finite amount. Yes, if I said infinite, my bad. But yeah, Kinfinite. How about Kinfinite? That's what it is. KIN, just over time, it'll be less and less. There's going to always be somebody who wants to own some Kin somewhere out there in the world, right? But interested to see if there's going to be a wild card in the community that comes out of nowhere and starts doing things with Kin yet again. Excited to see where it can go from here, because it's probably a dead project that we're just trying to keep the hope alive at this point. But hey, that's the purpose of the deep reds at the end of the day. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody here. What's up, Mentalik? What's up, Mix? What's up, Tim Shea? Stacking up more blue bricks in the blue castle. Go on to Edge Matrix Chain. We're at the bottom of the pit, starting in the deep ends today. I appreciate you guys hitting the like. Always grateful. I'll never tell you what to do. Certainly hope you respect that. Other people like being told what to do, right? They like going on a YouTube channel, being told to hit the like, to subscribe, to make sure they're not missing out, right? You guys should know that already. We're doing it like nobody else does it in the crypto space. We're talking about dozens, hundreds of cryptos daily, every stream. All right, maybe not daily. We've been having a little bit more work this time of year. Once it gets into the Christmas season, we might have to take a little bit of a break, but we'll come back around. But anyways, Edge Matrix chain, negative 98%, 001, $2.16 all-time high, 1 billion supply. NVIDIA is a partner and investor in this GPU DPIN technology. That's interesting enough, man. At 001 with a $2.16 all-time high, we don't need to go to $2 first off to make some filthy gains. And that 1 billion supply, I like that price to supply dynamic with Edge Matrix chain EMC. Root Network. Root Network's a sleeper, man. In the metaverse cryptos, there's going to be metaverse hype cycles. Root Network is a sleeper. ROOT, negative 88% down. 002 range. All-time high was 13 cents. 12 billion supply. I think we can hit 20 cents with Root. And you know what that means? That's 100x. Like, holy cow. Root Network is a sleeping giant right here. In terms of these metaverse cryptos, I'm excited to, with Futureverse and what they're doing. Root Network looks like they're really trying to build, some really interesting foundation here for metaverses. Portal, Portal. Don't know too much about this one, but this one's definitely on the list. I did know some stuff before it, but it's kind of drawing a blank now. But Portal, Portal, negative 84% down, 4 cents, 1 billion supply, and a $3.26 all-time high. Portal, not looking too bad as well. Left a privacy type token in the Green Giant X chat. If you get a chance to look at it at some point, I think you'd like it. Hell yeah. Privacy tokens to the moon. Let's go. But yeah, Portal, 4 cents, 1 billion supply, $3.26 all-time high. Man, I really wish if somebody wants to just give a little brief synopsis of Portal in there. I was going to come in with it off the cuff, but I guess I don't know Portal as well as I know it. Subquery token, negative 83% down, 0007, 1 billion or 10 billion supply. Subquery token wanting to be the sub layer for the Web3. Subquery token, negative 83% down, 0007 right now. 10 billion supply. SQT is looking like one of the major sleepers as well, right? That just feels like a banger, right? That just, with its connections, its partnerships, SQT looks like it's getting ready, to set that bottom. I'm loving 000 cryptos, man. We liked XPR at 000, SHX at 000. It always feels like that's a decent, and you don't want to say anything's guaranteed because nothing is guaranteed in crypto. It can go to 4 zeros. It can go to 5 zeros. It certainly does. It certainly does and certainly has sometimes, right? Oh yeah, what's up with Holo? What's up with the Holo token or Hot token? Right? They rebranded. They changed it up. Maybe it's the time for the rebrand. They're hoping people forget 2018 and they're hoping people remember now. Speaking of cryptos that hope people forgot about 2018 and are now finding new life, Telos, TLOS, negative 79%. We've been talking about this one a good bit. It having DEX connection now with Coinbase, people being able to get this layer one crypto for 5 cents at a sub billion supply, right? Sub $500 million supply, right? So TLOS at 5 cents, one of my favorite sleepers right there in terms of other layer one cryptos that are out there. XX Network, of course, with less than $1 billion supply at 1 penny, is next man up here. Privacy focused, quantum resistant. TLOS, by the way, wanted to become, is evolving towards layer 0, right? So, and they're expected to go into that main net by the end of this year. So that could be saved. A lot of these projects love saving up, like how convenient when they start saving up some of this news for bull cycles, right? you got green candles going off, or like, oh, it's prime for it. Release this piece of news, and now our project is ready to shoot off. Right? It feels so orchestrated sometimes. Yeah, they were super OG. Yeah. Hot was go hell, Dragon Chain, XRP, like there's a lot of those, ADA, right? There's still some of those Dino coins from, obviously previously to 2018, but a lot of cryptos that came out during that specifically 2016 to the year 2018. That was a boom for, hell, Cardano came out during that time, right? Dragon Chain, right? Dragon Chain as well. All right, let's go to our last two here. Rio or Relio, right? RIO. I'm loving RIO with the supply and the price here. I think it definitely has above $1 potential. Negative 73% down. We're talking about private equity, real estate on chain. This thing's been around for a good bit. Great connections for Relio. Stellar connections, right? Stellar ecosystem connections. I've been swapping. So, my Dog Star rewards or faux rewards that I get, I've been swapping those into some Relio. I've been swapping those into, Blue Bricks, obviously, but RIO right now, I'm like, I need to get a little bit more of that RIO. And if it can be with money, I don't have to like send over a deposit. I can just be using some Dog Star rewards on the daily and converting them, getting whole numbers of RIO, right? While I can, sub-billion supply. I've been talking about how I really think, that's a major market that if a blockchain can really capitalize on that, Proppy is going to do its thing, right? There's some other prop token there. I think there's one called literally, like there was Proppy, Prop, Pro, right? PRO, and then RIO. I think Relio's got some legs to it though, and I'm loving it under $1 during this bear cycle. Negative 73% down. NOS, Nosana. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Nosana, but AI crypto in the Solana ecosystem came out big. $7.97 all-time high. It's crumbled now to 90 cents, but only, it's like negative 56% down on the year. 100 million supply. And people still have faith in Nosana, right? We don't know what a bull cycle looks like for NOS. It's NOS for the ticker, right? So I'm amping up on some NOS because NOS is going to help us, accelerate a little bit quicker in this bull cycle. So NOS, new crypto in the market here. But yeah, these other ecosystems, dude, I've been trying to look into the SUI ecosystem as well and their little cryptos that they have within that, right? These cryptos are all going to make some really filthy gains, guys. We're going to be hitting such a euphoria. We're not even going to know what to do with ourselves, right? I hope we get, it's hard to be mentally prepared, but that's what's going to happen, right? So many people have missed out and are going to miss out on trillions upon trillions coming into this market. I still got Nuna somewhere on Lobster. Hey man, Nuna, got to hold your Nuna, right? Hell, you can be converting some Dog Star rewards into Nuna, right? Nuna is still, I think, the only NFT marketplace in the XLM ecosystem, right? That I can think of. And that's going to be of some value, right? This other crypto that looks interesting in the triple zeros, I feel a little iffy on this one, but it is SUI network. They're trying to be like that DEX for SUI. They want to be the Osmo for SUI. Turbos, Turbos. Turbos, I think it's like a 10 billion supply, somewhere near there, maybe a little less. But yeah, it's more of like this DEX crypto that, when you go to, they have a working app and they got some great APRs right now. If you do if you're staking your SUI or if you hold SUI and you're watching, I'm sure you know about Turbos because you could take advantage of this liquidity pool that's SUI/USDC for like 300+% APR. And that's freaking amazing, man. With how low priced SUI is right now, we know that's going to be a powerhouse incoming. And then you have your USDC paired up with it, 300% plus APR. Like, holy cow. We're just printing in the bear cycle and getting some rewards and setting ourselves up for the bull cycle here. Yeah. I mean, Telos is looking great, man. I think Telos is going to, make a name for itself in this bull cycle for sure. I've been looking, more and more into it, and just so far, things that you expect to work are working, right? What DEX? The DEX is for which DEX that we were talking about? Turbos.finance is the DEX, right? So, or, whatever, the AMM where you can, provide pools or stake, right? Looks like it's like the saucer swap for SUI. So Turbos at 000, not looking too bad. Deep red. Like to know what the Blue Crew thinks about it. If you find some other, ones that are better DEX options for SUI, let me know. But Turbos looking like it's trying to be is it Deep? No, Deep. There's this other one called Deep in the SUI that wants to be the liquidity layer for the SUI network. So I think it's Deep Book, maybe. Might be Deep Book, but the ticker is DEEP. Like, really, could all these cryptos win? I guess they can, man. History has shown that they can. I guess they can, man. And they're in the deep red. Some of these it's going to be crazy if all these turn around. Like, look at EMC. Like, we're going to go back down the list again, right? Look at energy matrix chain here. Negative 98%, 001 with that NVIDIA connection, AI focused crypto, DPIN, GPUs, 1 billion supply, right? We can do some damage to that supply. Red Belly's another one. We got Red Belly on the list for sure. Red Belly's another one. It's too many. There's just too many cryptos. I'm adding like a new, maybe 5 cryptos a day to the list. And it's hard keeping up. But, we're talking like, because we see the opportunity. We see that these are the deep reds. These are, we are in the reds moments before bull cycle starts to come on in, before that FOMO energy starts to come on in. And we want to be taking advantage of these cryptos while they are down on the year, before that yearly starts to look like multiple thousands of percent, right? All right. So yeah, energy matrix chain, I like it's just, so far from what I've seen of it and the supply. I don't know anything to disprove it or knock it down just yet. If you guys have anything, let me know. But EMC, not looking too bad at negative 98% down. Kin, very risky, high risk, super high risk. But fully decentralized, nothing against the project at all, right? No SEC enforcement, no foundation that's representing it. It's just the people. It's just the community. Interested to see what Kin could do, right? People saw, the founders apparently saw a dead end with it. There must have been a dead end to not want to continue the building or the efforts, right? It's just going to be an interesting journey from here with Kin, but can't miss out on it. Can't miss out on it. Root Network, negative 88% down, 002, 13 cents, 12 billion supply, right? Root Network and what it wants to do with metaverses, and we're talking its connections with the XRPL, right? Multiple options, interoperability. Root is going to be the root of interoperability for these metaverses. Let's go. Portal, negative 84% down, 4 cents, 1 billion supply. New kid on the block, $3.26 all-time high. Interested to see what's going on here. I think Root follows Portal as well in Futureverse. We got SQT subquery token, negative 83% down, 0007, 10 billion supply. Subquery token, awesome connections amongst layer one ecosystems. There's something real building here. And this is negative 83% down, 0007, 10 billion supply. I think pennies for sure is in the cards here. I don't know if it goes to 7 cents or 10 cents for subquery, but I can definitely see it knocking out at least a couple of zeros. TLOS, negative 79%, 5 cents, 350 million supply. Looks like it's a heavy duty layer 1 to layer 0 blockchain right here with what they're doing. They got an EVM. They also got Telos 0 for their layer 0 that they're going to be launching mainnet, I think, in the fourth quarter of 2025. I'm excited for these last few months. Are you guys not excited? Right? Because it's been red and sideways for so long. It's just been like flatline. Right? Can't wait. Pyth is awesome. Definitely dig Pyth. Pyth will definitely do some things in the bull cycle. It's not a deep red. It was a deep red. But Pyth is, I like Pyth. TLOS, negative 79%, 5 cents, 350 mil. XX Network at a penny, negative 75% down, 1 billion supply. I mean, excuse me. Opportunity to get like thousands. Opportunity to get like thousands of XX Network. Less than 1 billion supply. Powerhouse privacy focused crypto. David Chom behind it. WorldCoin, who's had a nice little recent run up, having invested 3 grants into XX Network. I'm scooping up as much as I can, dude. I want to, if I can get, now that it's at a penny, if I can try to get at least another thou or another 5 thou, hell, and if you're bold enough, another 10 thou, damn, dude, sitting with 10 thou of a quantum resistant crypto, let's go. Excuse me, guys. So the opportunities are out there. We all know this. Blue Crew, assemble. Hustle Hard Crypto in the house. Appreciate everybody. Silver Days, much love. Guys, thanks for the 10 views, 7 likes. I know the Blue Crew can't believe that it's always just like this amount, just this number of people, right, per stream. It feels like it should be more, right, with like the type of stuff we're talking about compared to like maybe what other channels do, like out there, not throwing shade at these cryptos channels, but like, I think we fill a little niche spot here that some degens would like. But hey, if it's only 10 views at a time, and we're just inching along little by bit by bit, blue brick by blue brick, I think this channel will eventually get its blue flowers and blue castle and blue dragons. Been slowly stacking them XX chips. I mean, I think that one's like red alert, deep red right now. Holy cow, it's a penny. Definitely not normal. Silver Days. But yeah, XX Network at a penny, negative. I mean, that's been our 2025 and deep red of the year. And it's looking even better and better now, man. It's looking even better and better now at a penny. If it goes to 009, holy cow, unloading. Unloading. I'm going to have to convert some other cryptos into XX if XX were to go into the 009, 008 ranges. We don't know what to expect out of October, you guys. It could be a scary month. It could be scary in real life and then great in crypto. Or scary in crypto and, just fine, whatever, and usual in real life. But damn, man, XX Network at a penny is looking like a great value right there. I think that's probably the best value and quality on the Blue Crew list right here. I'm talking like we can, like, what does anybody know what like $10 at a penny would get you straight up? It's like, that's like 100 XX Network, right? So then 100 would get you 1,000. 1,000 XX network for just that. Dang, dude, that's crazy. And then 1,000 would get you 10,000 XX network. But damn, that's some serious, serious damage on that supply, dude. That's like something I would never even have dreamed of for like some other cryptos. Like imagine having that opportunity with Solana, what it was like 500 million supply. And if it was that, having 10,000 of it, that would be crazy. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm loving the passive income. I'm liking that people are going with the Cosmos energy right here. And we're just, you know, hey, we have a certain amount of Atom and we're just letting the staking rewards going to pay off for us in the bull cycle. And we won't even have to touch. Just got some Root. Hey, man, Root not looking too bad. Metaverses are going to kill it, right? Things like Root, Mana, right? Mana is going to do great. I've been talking about Mana since it even went when it went down to the 20-cent range, right? Now it's doing some things, but it's, dude, $5 all-time high for Mana. So Mana's still got some legs. Mana's still got some room to grow. Atlas token, right? But I do like Root. And dude, Expector, right? Gaming cryptos, gaming hype cycles are not going to go away in crypto, and it's going to come back around, and Root is going to be one of the major beneficiaries for sure. That 12 billion supply, 002. I think we can easily hit pennies. I think we can easily hit a quarter. And that's already killing off some, knocking off some steam. There's more people aware of Root now than, I don't know if it has history of a last bull cycle, but there's definitely a lot, more that people know about with Root now. Expector haven't stopped building too. Dude, Expector is one of the best values out there. Like sometimes, it's a mind game where it's like, it can't be this simple. They can't just make it that cheap for us. And then, you just freaking trick yourself out of these things. And it's like, dude, if you just held, holy cow, this penny or 2 penny, I don't know, I forgot the price of Expector, but, all of a sudden it's, 50 cents, $5, right? They haven't stopped building. Exactly. Expector is what we wanted out of LCC. Ledger City coin, man. RIP. Man, how do those guys feel now? How do those guys feel? All they had to do was just patiently wait. They just had to wait another half year. They literally stopped when it was close to the end of the road. Crazy. Crazy. Can't believe it. If you guys know, you know. If you guys know, you know, and if you've been following this channel for a bit, you guys know about the whole history with Ledger City and DevNull Productions, right? How they were kind of like a little, growing their way in the Ripple ecosystem, had XRPL validators, right? And then the downfall. They gave up at the worst time. Love staking my Atom too. Yeah. Cosmos ecosystem, dude, HBAR staking, Hashpack staking, Sauce staking, right? BSL staking. So if you're not making your crypto work for you while you're holding, then, I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, but, you could be cashing out these staking rewards and then still having your crypto. Imagine that, not even losing any of your initial crypto, right? Not even having to use any of your or sell any of your initial crypto ever again. Isn't that the beauty of it? The deflationary or finite supply, and then being able to have it build on top of itself for you. So and especially if that's a robust ecosystem, then dude, people are going to hold what they hold. And that's why we like this other crypto right here, EGLD, Multiverse X, just recently joined the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. Multiverse X, EGLD, $14, I think millions in supply, like not even 100 million. This is a highly undervalued crypto to provide decentralized recovery. For it to even be part of this, group, right, with XRPL, HBAR, Algo, Cardano, Oasis, DAG, Constellation, right? Casper, Hashback, right? Bank Social. So EGLD is one of the major sleepers right now because people have gotten thrown off, turned off with the whole rebrand, right? It used to be Elron Gold. We all know this, right? And a lot of times people get turned off with the rebrand. They think, oh, they're just trying to get more money, right? Oh, they're just, and it could be, hey, I'm not saying this is, I'm just bringing the info as that I'm seeing it, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I'm not a, financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader. I'll never tell you what to do. But there seems to be more to it with EGLD and, maybe why it's been making the moves that it's made. But hey, it's been good enough for it to recently join, showing that it's still active and recently joining the Decentralized Recovery Alliance and being recognized by them. So I'm like an EGLD at these prices, negative 43% down or so. Yeah, so that's one of the other better values out there. Just because I want to get everything that's in that Decentralized Recovery Alliance first and foremost. I feel like those are like, okay, I feel like the bull cycle will treat those kindly. They may not make the biggest gains, but I don't think it's like they're not going to make you gains at all. And I could be wrong. The algorithm's going to be like, oh, you just wait and see. We're going to make sure none of those succeed. Not even one. We're going to completely shut down this whole Decentralized Recovery Alliance from even happening. Even though I have like no reach. They have to even make sure that 5 people that are watching this are even limited to the information. Man, our little beach down here in New Zealand has been absolutely covered in chemtrails. Ooh, shoot, man. Hey, man, you got to just cover up. Make sure you're eating good stuff for your lungs, right? Make sure you're having a good diet that benefits your lungs. XXBEP20, Heaven browser extension, Quip network. Wait, okay. Is the Heaven browser extension a different project, and is Quip network a different thing? Like, are those all 3 separate questions? So, XX network, I think the best way to get it is, it was MXC, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe BitTrue. Maybe BitTrue has it. I'm not sure if they do. And then if not, maybe through Zaman as wrapped XX, but be careful because I don't think you can send wrapped XX to the XX wallet to stake it. Looking at the roadmap, MXC, yeah. So yeah, XX network would be the best. Like, that's the way we got it originally. Now that I can't get it on MXC, I hate it, man. I can't go on Gate.io, can't go on KuCoin, can't go on MXC, and this is where you get those bangers, man. This is where you're able to get early access to some of these powerhouses that are building up, right? Like MXC has been great, and it's going to do great in this next bull cycle as well. But and I'm loving the DEX, Coinbase now for the DEX integrations. And hell, there's enough cryptos on Coinbase to keep me occupied anyway, right? Hell, I didn't even bring up IOTX today, and dude, IOTX has been awesome. IMX has been on a tear. We've been talking about IMX when it was at the 30-cent range. It has gone up to 80 cents, dude. IMX has been doing some things, right? MDT, measurable data token, that little gem, right? That little thing with freaking the measurable data economy, right? What's up, Jam 2.1? Appreciate everybody. Much love to the Blue Crew. Much love to the Green Giants. Thank you, Ledger Citizens. Yeah, just deep breaths aplenty, man. And there's some really good opportunities out there. I mean, of course, the blue chips, like you can't get enough XRP, you can't get enough SHX, you can't get enough XLM, you can't get enough HBAR, you can't get enough Algorand, you can't get enough Cardano, you can't get enough Atom, you can't get enough Osmo, you can't get enough Telos, you can't get enough, EWT, you can't get enough of, hey, shout out to the base Patsy, the WF by virtuals Patsy, virtual. You can't get enough virtual. You can't get enough Tibber, right? Can't get enough render. can't get enough AKT, right? It's just too many damn cryptos, but it's so worth it to be diversified because $1 can turn to 100 or $10 can turn to 1,000, so on and so forth, right? If you just happen to hit on one of these during the bull cycle. Looking at the roadmap, nice. WXX on Uniswap, nice. Very low liquidity, makes sense. Nobody's really into nobody's got a reason for XX outside of, their privacy and what they've been building. I think it's something that's going to have to take the bull cycle and like some excitement and some of their, maybe one of their products finally, maybe it's an early, like, dude, we've been following this crypto for, right, I think since even 2018, 2019, when Chris Larson originally invested in the Elixir network, right? So this thing's been building for a good while, and it's just been released in the past like 2 years or so, right? So like we're at ground zero. Like that's why I think at a penny, it's just amazing. Like, holy cow, we are going to be whales of XX network. They're going to, the elite will have succeeded, and they're going to look at their big ass bubble in the market, right? They're trillions upon trillions that they have in the market. And then they're going to see all the tiny little bubbles and laugh, right? They're just going to be like, ha, ha, ha. We were able to outsmart all these tiny little bubbles of people, right, that thought that they could have a majority owned of these cryptos, right? And then they'll see just this nice, big, fat, round one right next to it. It kind of sticks out to them like a freaking zit, right? They just can't, and they can't pop it. They can't pop it, unfortunately. And sometimes it gets a little bigger. Maybe sometimes it gets a little smaller and it puts a little smile on their face, but it's just always going to be there. And that's our freaking bubble. It's going to be the Blue Crew bubble. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, this damn Blue Crew bubble, right? How did they get all these cryptos? How did they keep the faith? How did the mind games not work on them? What's up, Hustle Hard? What's up, Jam 2.1? They're going to be so pissed. They're going to be so pissed, man. They can't do anything about it. They were like, well played. You played the greatest poker match of all time. How did you bought day one of the SEC lawsuit? You're a madman. Day one of the SEC lawsuit you bought? It's going to be terrible, dude. I mean, it's the worst show, best community. Of course, we have to revert ourselves as zits, especially to the elite, right? It's just going to be uncomfortable for them. Just like, damn it, man. How did the Blue Crew, get 1 million Port X out of a 2 million supply? How did they do it? Oh, man. How did the Blue Crew get a majority of SHX and flip a switch back in 2023? Holy cow. September 24th. Never forget. Shout out to everybody here. Much love to the Blue Crew. Jonathan Del Rio, good to see you. But yeah, guys, let's go to the lightning round. We already talked about these deep reds twice today if you guys want to rewind. Gotta love the little tangents in between, right? Try to keep it crypto, though. It's all crypto related, right? We know it. Superset Finance, gotta check it out. Okay. Think about it, guys. People are out there. You look around, a majority of people are distracted, looking into all the drama, looking at Netflix shows, streaming and binging shit, right? I'm doing it too. We're all doing it. I just happen to buy crypto in between. People don't know to do that yet. People don't know they could do that yet. They don't know that that's a cool app on their phone that they can jump into. Other people like jumping onto little gambling platforms. Other people like playing little games, right? Yeah, you too, bro. Exactly. I said I am. I said I am. You know, I'll own up to it. I ain't no better than anybody. I'm just saying, I'm buying crypto. I'm buying crypto in between of my crappy TV watching and my streaming, right? Between watching dozens of ads between crappy shows that I'm watching, man. How did they still make it happen? I thought streaming was supposed to be better than TV. It's the same. It's the same as TV, except your pay-per-view is, your streaming service. You pay to watch less ads. It's terrible. It's terrible. This is a like right now the problems are being, people are seeing the problems, right? Streaming payments are coming. Micro payments are coming. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Micro payments are coming for sure. You get me, PUBG, right? It's just, hey, it's a much longer journey than any of us anticipated, but we're still early, and hey, there's a lot of people who love doing nothing. Hey, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm guilty of it too, right? Jonathan Del Rio, I'm guilty of it too, right? And they like using their digital devices, and they want to become a robot secretly, right? I don't want to be a robot, but there's people out there, it seems like they want to be a robot sometimes. Like they would rather just have a robot partner and a robot friend that they can just live with a group of all yes people, and it's just always fun and good times for them no matter what, you know? I'm sure it's hard for people to find new friends right now in these times. I'm sure it's hard for some people feel lonely out there, right? AI is going to come in and fill that void better than ever, especially if we don't petition against humanoid looking robots. For some reason, people really want that. We really want the confusion of people who look like humans, or robots that look like humans. We really want that in our society. We want them walking amongst us, right? And they're going to be using crypto. It's going to be the lifeblood of AI, right? Quantum XX wallet. Let's go. Love the XX wallet. XX wallet Explorer. You get me pumped, G. Jam 2.1, you get me pumped, man. When we got the chat going, even if it's 12 people watching, man, it's funny. I try to stream daily. Views go way down. I stream every once in a while. Dude, we get like 100 people watching in one stream, right? I don't know which rhythm to do. I don't know which one's the right one to go with. But, I guess some people don't like daily deep breads, man. But, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I play fantasy football. I like getting, like, my daily, like, values for play. Like, dude, especially if you try to keep up with players and stuff. Like, there's injuries across the season. You need to get updates. You need to get some news of their value. If they're injured, if they're about to play, if they're not going to play, right? Oh, should you take advantage of their peak performance and sell at a high, right? I try to attribute some of that stuff to crypto in a way. It's like, has the sentiment peaked? Is it too good for this project at this point with where they're at, right? Especially when you're hitting bull cycle times and you're trying to find a good moment to just eject, right? Eject a good amount, right? You want to know when that project's maybe a little bit ahead of their skis. Like, yeah, they have all the potential in the world, but like, are they really where they should be in terms of where they're being valued right now, right? And that's where you go into overvalued territory, and that's when you go into the the high grass, or I don't know what should we call it? We're gonna go from deep breads to something, right? We're gonna have to have videos where it's like, these are overvalued. These cryptos we need to cash out right away, right? I do have a gaming setup in my garage. Yeah, and dude, gaming is ridiculous, man. I have a friend who's big time into gaming. He's trying to make his own like AI app game right now. And it's great. He's got a really cool idea going, but he's such a gamer, man. And he shows me some really cool games, like these modern games like Death Stranding 2. And I'm like, man, games have come such a long way, really, and video gaming is not going to go anywhere, right? That's why I still stay bullish with Mana, because eventually you're going to be able to, blend internet with, like you already do with gaming, right? Where you can talk to your friends and game with them, but I'm talking like the marketplace, like it's a second reality. Right? That's what we're all waiting for, right? Is for that metaverse social media merger where it's as easy to jump into the metaverse as it is easy to jump into your Facebook or your Instagram or your Telegram, right? That's how seamless the jump into the metaverse needs to be, right? Where you can, hell, even on your phone, and you're just roaming with your character, and then you interact with your friend who maybe is online, isn't online. I don't know. Hey, I'm not a metaverse creator here, but like having interactions with them in that, even though it gives you another alternative from doing like a Zoom thing, right? Talking to them face to face. You could just talk to them while you're hanging out with them in the metaverse there. I don't know. Atari onwards. Yeah. Hey, Atari is a crypto still, right? Also hard crypto. Retro gaming. Dude, yeah, I'm a retro gamer as well. I should have technically kept all my gaming systems, but for some reason I was like, I must have been an idiot in my teenage years, man. I sold stuff that I should have kept, but N64s, OG Xbox, right? Some other PS2 as well. Some really good PS2 games, Final Fantasy games and stuff. But my Xbox 360, I just got like some of the essential like I like story games or adventure games or RPG games of that time. So I just keep those collections. Farcaster games are fun now. Nice. I pop out the Mario Kart on N64. Yeah, dude. Yeah, when you have friends around, exactly. Like it's Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers, right? When you have your friends around. And most of the times it's like we love Super Smash Brothers because I'll play as I have always the weirdest freaking characters. My friends will play as like Captain Falcon. They'll play as some of the top tier characters, Ness, Fox, and others. I pick like the weirdest ones. I pick like freaking Mr. Game and Watch, Wii Fit Trainer. I'll pick some of this. I don't know about Farcaster, man. I got to check out Farcaster. Okay, Farcaster. Mix. I don't know about it. But yeah, Smash Brothers, it's going to be awesome if they can, and Smash Brothers has such a legacy that they'll get to this point, but if they tokenize, somehow blockchain is enabled with, we're going to have universal stuff happening here. So Smash Brothers, eventually it'll be like, you could just upload any game character. It'll have like its own set of fighting combinations and its own powers in accordance. Like the AI will set it up, its ratings and everything. And then you could just play as whatever gaming character. The stuff that AI is going to do in the next few years, guys, it's going to maybe be too fast for us. We're going to be accelerating very quickly. We went from text to voice within half a year. We went to text to visual within a year. We went to text to video in a pretty good way, and it's only getting better now in a year and a half. 2 years now. Like this has only been 2 years. I don't know if you guys know this, of like the whole ChatGPT thing, right? And getting, that the growth of AI, right? It's only been 2 years. So much has already happened. If they put real value on blockchain into GTA, it's game over. Yeah. I think that's maybe what GTA 6 may be waiting for, is for AI enabled. Like, they're like, well, crap. As they were making GTA, they're like, well, shoot, we're going to have to incorporate some of this AI stuff in there, man. We're going to have to incorporate crypto in there. They know, like, GTA is so hip to the, internet. And of course, like with crypto stuff, like they're going to involve that some way, somehow, I think. If they still got what it takes, GTA is still on its stride. So far, they've been just knocking it out of the park because they take their time with their crap, right? Like I would save up, I'm hoping we get the bull cycle so I can just cash out and get one of these, new gaming systems eventually to get the new GTA, right? I'd play the new GTA, especially if the Blue Crew is on there. And if we can build our own blue castles in that GTA world, I'd do it. Shout out to the Blue Crew. All right, guys, let's go into our fire round here. Yeah, we'll be able to build real businesses through it and live off the passive income. Dude, exactly, man. I mean, a new place to put your brand, right? It'll be what Mana is doing. That's the thing that I liked about Mana is like you already see like celebrities showcasing their brand through the metaverse on that. That's probably what's going to happen right there with GTA. Come to my GTA hub or come to my GTA thing. Bam, right? You can donate some of your in-game crypto or your in-game credits or something like that, right? Yeah, get it, dude. I'm down. I'm down. When GTA 6 comes out and we have a Blue Crew, we can totally do it. We can totally do it. It'll be the Deep Red Alliance, man. We'll have our Blue Crew and Deep Red Alliance. It'll be like our own. I can't say the two names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's worth a look for base, OP stack stuff, and more. Hard to incorporate, but really worth getting past that and diving in. Okay. All right, guys, let me go into the fire round here on the Deep Reds. We got Nosana, NOS at 90 cents, negative 56% down, 100 million supply. We got Relio, RIO at 26 cents, negative 73% down, 350 million supply. We got XX Network at a penny, negative 75% down, 1 billion supply. We got Telos at TLOS at negative 79% down, 5 cents, 350 million supply. SQT subquery token, negative 83% down, 0007, 10 billion supply. Portal, negative 84% down, 4 cents, 1 billion supply. We got Root Network, negative 88% down, 002, 12 billion supply. We got Kin, negative 91% down, 5 zeros, 2 trillion supply. EMC, negative 98% down, 001, 1 billion supply. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in for another Deep Reds episode. Appreciate you hitting the likes on the way out. If we can get 25 likes for this episode, I mean, I think we brought some really good info and definitely had a good time with the Blue Crew and Green Giants and the Deep Red Alliance. Much love to all of you guys. I'm always grateful. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. I appreciate you guys jumping on in. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eye, and we keep it crypto. I'll keep trying if you guys keep trying. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios. Thank you guys.